Hello and welcome to Power Play. Getting back into our regular swing of things after the big charity game from last week. Honestly, we are all still kind of reeling from that and super grateful to everybody. I wanted to throw out there, by the way, just in case anybody at home didn't know, because of my limited home setup, I cannot see the names of the people who donate as they come in real time. So it's like, if I'm not calling you out and stuff like that and thanking you in particularly, it's just because but super grateful. If I saw people were doing matching funds and there were some pretty big donations, and it's like, I cannot tell you how much it meant to us. And so just thanks for that one more time. Anyway, the announcements. So I'm Rick Budd, your game master, and these lovely people are Caitlin Bruder, B. Zelda, Omar Najam, and Sam DeLev. Hi, everybody. And I want to throw out, of course, some special thanks, as always, to Jake and Lauren and the mods and everybody at QueueTimes. We could not do what we do if they did not do what they do, and they do a ton. So thank y'all. And your subs and your bits help support QueueTimes and those people, and your donations into the tip jar go help support these people. That is our Feed the Cast fund. And as usual, we have some rewards, and this is how they work, same way as always. At $50, the team gets a point of community determination. They have 3 points banked right now, but it can still start going pretty fast at any moment when the action starts, so that still goes at a premium. And if we get to $150, we have the Mysterious Benefactor. Inside of our world, our team has a Mysterious Benefactor who sends them gifts anonymously. Outside the world, we know that is you, the chat. And so far this season, you have gotten them a single-use rear tack dispenser for their van that automatically pops the tires of any pursuing vehicle, and a voice stress analyzer that adds +1 to intellect when being used to detect lies. And this week, you can provide the team with a single-use nitrous oxide injection system for the van, which will bring the van's speed up from 3 to 5, which is basically, in this game, like almost as fast as a helicopter. So that will be interesting. So yeah, nitrous oxide injection system if we get to 150. And as usual, if we get to 250 and after credits lore drop, a revealing glimpse of some important but previously unseen part of our story or universe. And this week, as always, we got a cool one. So you can only see those tiers in chat by hitting Command Unlocks, and if you can't help us out by donating, you can help us out by liking and commenting on our YouTube videos and sharing tweets and stuff like that, and we super appreciate that stuff too. And right now, for a limited time, you can get Power Play merchandise, T-shirts and stickers with Caitlin's amazing character art on it and the logo that our friend Hector made for us, and those are available at the QueueTimes Teespring store. Jake will pump that link into the chat for you. And, of course, I just, again, want to call out everybody. Yeah, Omar's got them right there. Those things are great. Honestly, I love mine. And I got the T-shirt, too. It's such a good-looking shirt. Anyway, of course, I want to call out the fan art that we have been getting, the live tweets y'all have been doing. This stuff gives us strength. So, sincerely, thank you for that. And let's see what else we got. The game we play here is called Icons. It's published by Ad Infinitum and is created by a cool dude named Steve Kenson. You can find him on Twitter at @SKenson. And the book edition is published by Green Ronin. I believe it is still sold out because of us. And if you want it, you can get it as a PDF, though. And it's a great game. Definitely an underrated system that I think more people should play. But anyway, you can follow the show at PowerPlay RPG on Twitter and Instagram. PowerPlay is also now available as a podcast, so you can check that out if you are among the podcast inclined. And I am happy to announce last week during the charity game, Omar spontaneously offered to write one of Vion's novels, chapter by chapter, on Sundays. And we are going to be releasing those as PDFs into the Power Play room of the QueueTimes Discord. So if you are not in the QueueTimes Discord, just go and sign up now. Jake will put that info down in the chat, and we will get that PDF. If it's not there already, we will get it out there right after the show, and that is where you will find Vion Vigor's first real novel, which is just amazing. I have not read it yet. I honestly cannot wait. And I think that is it. Those are all the announcements. Time for Power Play. Welcome back. And previously on Power Play, Vion's sister Amira called him and said she was coming to town for a visit. Cadrax found themselves living with the son of their mentor, Sonnevel. Sonnevel Jr., or Sonny, came to Earth looking for his father's body. A mysterious signal that was playing inside of their space pod reminded Ulez Gali that they had first come to Earth to answer an SOS call. The team tracked that signal to its source in a Baronsdale neighborhood called Percy Beach, and there, beneath a vacant lot in an abandoned sewer that had been conspicuously sealed up by somebody, they found a second Ulez Gali who had come to Earth to study plants, fallen down an open manhole cover, and got sealed up inside, turns out, by the U.S. military. Military forces set in to apprehend and arrest our team, but before they could be taken into custody, they were saved by a mysterious government agent type who introduced himself as Steve. That is where we will pick up, but first, I need to issue a little bit of a correction on someone else's behalf. In Game 2, Vion went to the Baronsdale Public Library to research these mysterious people in green robes who we have seen abduct Curtis Haber and Harmon Keeler at various points in the game. The night shift librarian, Pete Alameda, identified them as a group called the Solidarity of Man, which he said was active in pre-colonial times. What Pete actually meant to say was pre-revolutionary times, and he was only referring to that time period that we had already seen them in at the end of last season. That mistake is entirely on me. I made that mistake speaking for Pete. Pete never would have made that mistake. He is way too careful a librarian. So my apologies to Pete Alameda. And I assure you, you can trust him going forward. So that's the previously on, and now let's pick up at the vacant lot in Percy Beach just as it's getting dark. Steve looks at you all, and he says, so yeah, like I said, my name is Steve, and I work for a government agency that you have not heard of. We provide for America's extra-normal defense, and our operatives are known as Agents of End. Are you hungry? Why don't we talk this over dinner? Come on, I'm buying.
Okay. I mean, it's probably... One second, Steve. It's probably good to go somewhere public?
Oh, yeah. I know a great little diner in Fort Trumbull. Why don't we can just meet back there?
Okay.
You will let us go? We will be able to travel on our own?
Yeah, if you want.
Also, refresh my memory, do we have Tulez?
Yeah, Tulez is standing right with you.
Okay, definitely holding Tulez's hand. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Great. So I will see you soon at the Fort Trumbull diner.
Okay.
And he turns his back and heads back to his car and closes the door and zooms off.
What do you think, Doc?
Given the connections to the US military, it's reasonable to suggest that were we not to make this rendezvous, we could, for instance, be tracked by one of your aerial drones and struck down. It is fair to assume that this Steve, if that is his real name, is doing this as a show of power. I believe it is safest to honor that threat. For all of your sakes.
He also saved us. I don't know how we would have escaped all of those angry people with guns.
I would have fought all of them. But we cannot assume that this is salvation.
That is fair.
Will there be plants?
There is this thing called salad. It is delightful. I will introduce you.
If it's on Steve, I get all the salads.
Oh, wow. I love that. So let's just fade right there to the diner, and you're sitting around it.
During that conversation, I would like to have Googled fondly the Whisper Network and Googled this Agents of N that he is talking about to see if I can find mention of it anywhere else.
Yeah. Okay. Tell you what, make an intellect roll.
You're bad at those. I always want to do this one. I'm always bad at it. Let's roll the coffee dice. Okay.
Coffee dice.
Coffee dice. 5.
You check the Whisper Network, and you don't see agents of End, but you do hear a lot of stuff. You have picked up, you can find a lot of stuff about, kind of weird, mysterious, Men in Black type secret agents who seem to show up on the scene and cover up all these weird, supernatural, paranormal things that they're always talking about on the Whisper Network. The Whisper Network seems to consider them some kind of adversary, but they don't really seem to know a lot that's, beyond that general kind of picture of just kind of weird government agents.
That checks out.
Cool. And then we will fade to the diner, and Steve's sitting around, and you come in, and as you sit down, he says, all right, well, let's just get right to it. As you know, this world is swimming in extra normal people, and the reason most folks have no idea is because of us. We keep the secrets that protect people like you. Benny Beckett, we've been keeping an eye on you for a very long time. You've been on our list since you were just a kid. See, your mom, she took you to a doctor and he ordered some lab work which revealed your DNA has some odd properties, and it blipped our radar, so to speak. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out 3 vials with blood, which you can immediately see have your name on it. If I were you, I would avoid sending blood samples through civilian labs. And we intercepted these that Dr. D'Alto took from you, and he slides them across the table to you. I'd like you to have those back.
Also, they would probably say Robin Beckett just because it's a medical thing, but she'll take
Yes.
them and we'll very slowly put them in her bag.
Yeah, that's right. They actually say Robin Beckett, your full real name. Ulez Gali,
Yes.
you've been on our list since your pod crashed into the Atlantic Ocean on August 18th, 2020. That crash was spotted by a fishing boat, and that fishing boat told the Harbor Patrol, and we intercepted that communication and retrieved that pod, and it was on its way to a secure facility where we were going to try and help you, but that truck was then hijacked by people who we now believe to be associated with the Bomberg crime family. You don't suppose you've got a look at any of them?
No. I did not use my eyes.
Yeah. Cadrax, Vion, you're both new to our list. But Vion, we've already learned that you have a bit of a situation on your hands with the Sendero County Sheriff's Office.
And what kind of information do you have on that situation?
They think you're a murderer.
Okay,
We might be able to convince them otherwise.
great. Between you and me, Steve, that doesn't hold no water.
How do you mean?
I'm not a murderer.
Oh, yeah. We don't believe you are.
Thank you.
Now, Cadrax, I don't really know anything about you. Just picked up your name. Don't suppose you want to tell me your origin story, do you?
I'm a surgeon at Serrano Memorial Hospital. I'm going to be a second-year resident next month in general surgery. I have a dog.
What's your dog's name?
Dog. At least at the moment.
All right, fair enough. If that's how it's going to be, then I guess I'm going to have to earn your trust. Which is fine. Listen, I want you all to be careful about operating in public. I've been told to give you a warning. You've been captured on film. You've been spotted by civilians. We can only do so much if you're out there showing everybody.
There is something I do not understand. Why is there such a security issue with us going about your planet?
Well, this world is a cruel place full of horrible people who would be only too happy to use extra normals like you for their own purposes. We've seen it before. Our organization goes back a long, long way, and we have seen some very, very evil people try and use extra normals and their powers as weapons. It is not something we take lightly. And every once in a while, we need some help from the extra normals to protect each other. And he gets up and he reaches into his pocket and he takes out a business card and he puts it down on the table. This has my number on it. If you get into trouble, you give me a call. Be safe, but we've got your back for you. Oh, yeah. And he reaches into his wallet and he kind of thumbs through some cash and puts it down on the table.
There were a
Thank
lot
you.
of salads on the table. At least
That's-
3 different varieties.
That'll cover all those salads. And Tulez is now sitting there just kind of like picking up the ingredients in the salad and like looking at them and scanning them and analyzing them and stuff.
Iceberg.
And thank you. And Steve heads off.
Huh.
I may have lied to them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never know if my lies can be determined by my allies or not.
I mean, I personally picked up on that one, but
I did
Thank you.
not.
I felt
Where were
bad.
you mendacious?
When he had asked if I had determined any of the individuals who were inside the van in which my ship was also in, we have encountered many of those individuals, but I don't trust him.
That was a wise instinct, and therefore your lack of truthfulness was protective and noble.
Thank you. That does ease the guilt.
I'm glad. Would you like more of this water with the rock water in it?
Yes, please.
It moisturizes the salads.
I have finished analyzing these plants. Are there more plants to analyze?
Look at this water with water inside. And I'll slide the cup that Cadrax has brought to me to Les.
Tulez looks at it and, this is not a plant.
You may have interest in other areas. It is something I have discovered that is quite wonderful.
I have no interest in other areas.
Oh, I'll take the cup back.
And by the way, we have just unlocked the first tier, so you all got an extra point of community determination. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
everyone. If we get to 150, the team gets their nitrous oxide boost. One-time use, of course.
Zoom!
Yeah, a lot of Zoom, actually.
what day is it again?
Today, this evening is the evening of Tuesday, November 10th.
Ulez, I mean, maybe tomorrow you can go to the botanical garden.
I think that would be brilliant.
I forget the exact days it was open. It was like
Mondays,
3 days.
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, the park is a lot of plant
I like
life
the sound
anyway.
I like the sound of a botanical garden.
It's pretty great.
You will love it. And there's a museum as well, but I don't know if that would interest you as much.
Does it have plants?
Pictures of plants.
Hmm.
Plants from ancient times that they have cast in art.
I do
Yeah.
not know if that interests me.
We'll work on that. Do you have a ship, Tulez?
My ship was in the street by the lot. Did we not pass it?
Not to my recollection.
Perhaps somebody has stolen it.
Yes. Yes. That is most likely. But do not worry. We will consider retrieving it.
Could I throw out a suggestion to the table? Since we seem to be getting in a little bit of hot water when it comes to skulking around and running our investigations, would we be opposed to disguises?
I think that'd probably be great. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
Was there not an individual who had suggested something to us? The lawyer with the cool cape.
Yeah, the one that complimented your cape as well. Is that right?
Yes.
I don't understand. Is this inadequate?
Hey, that wasn't my assessment, but going off of what Steve said.
But no one can tell.
I think it's to like.
Can they tell?
Well, you look the same when you're Dr. Dialto and when we're doing this stuff. And so I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Investigation doc should probably look different than like medical doc.
Mm-hmm.
So
Different
yeah.
human disguises.
Yes. Yeah, that's correct.
Are you saying you don't always look like this?
I take a drink of water.
All right. Are you done, or are you?
No, yeah,
Sorry.
I guess, let's, rest on it or whatever, give it a couple hours, but maybe start kind of wrapping our heads around kind of costumes and stuff.
I look forward to that. You have shown me much on your television, and there are a lot of costumes that exist within that box.
Yeah, we've been watching Drag Race.
I am very envious of their outfits.
Why are vehicles relevant?
Oh boy, you got to block out. We got to do a whole session, Doc.
and we'll fade out on you explaining Drag Race to Dr. Dialto, which we might have to do, a whole session on. But why don't we flip forward to the morning of Wednesday, November 11th, the following day. Vion, you are awakened by the sound of your phone.
Hello?
Vion, it's Amira.
Oh,
I'm here.
hey. What?
I'm here. I'm in Port Ruby.
Oh, okay.
Meet me at the boardwalk by the water taxi stand in Fort Trumbull. I'll be there in, half an hour. Come alone.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll see you there.
And she hangs up. Ulez, you are also at Vion's place, which is, functionally your home now, too. What are you and Tulez been doing all night?
I'm showing them music. I've managed it's a combination, they're not super into music, but Ulez has really fallen in love with just watching the records spin. And they find that incredibly fascinating. But Tulez just keeps going back to the coffee maker and asking about beans and why do you grind the beans? So it's been a bit back and forth from the kitchen to the music. And poor Ulez is just but I want to show you this. Why?
That has nothing to do with plants. At least these beans are plants.
They are.
Show me plants.
I don't. Well, okay. If you are not interested, what if I show you plants within a box that moves sometimes? You cannot analyze them, though. I have tried many times.
Plants in a box?
And they'll go over and turn the TV on. Not this channel. Not this channel. Not. Aha!
I am not interested in this. What about your botanical garden?
That is only available on certain days. We can go today. Would you like to?
Why do you not wear your helmet?
Because it is harder for me to blend in with the individuals here. They have not taken kindly to the way that I look.
Let's go see the plants.
Okay, but let me... I'm going to try and take off my helmet. I will have to detach it, and that will take some time. Will you assist me?
Of course.
Thank you.
And the two of you get to work on that. Well, Benny, you also wake up to a ringing phone.
Who is it? Who's calling?
It's Dino.
Of course it's Dino.
Hey,
I let it go until like the last ring, and then I pick up. Hello?
hey, Benny, I'm not waking you up, am I?
Never do. What's up?
So you remember when I said as long as you were investigating your powers, you didn't have to come to work?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we kind of hit a snag. See, if we don't turn in a story, we're kind of in some trouble. And by we, I mean mostly you. But don't worry. I am not going to let that happen. I have got a story, and it's killer.
Okay.
Meet me at 4547 Courtner Street in Ruby Village, 1 hour.
Okay. Okay, bye, Dino.
See you there.
And then she flops backwards back into bed for like 10 minutes before she gets ready for the day.
Cadrax, you get home from your shift at the hospital. Since you don't sleep, I assume you went right back to work.
Yes.
And you find the couch empty. And as you walk in, Abigail's bedroom door opens and she walks out wrapped in a sheet and kind of looks at you and says, "Ooh-wee, your friend Sonny can really make the earth move, if you know what I mean." And then she runs into the bathroom and closes the door, and Sonny comes walking out of her bedroom, kind of buttoning his pants and pulling a shirt on.
I look at the dog. You allowed this?
Oh, me and dog get along. And he goes down and starts petting the dog's head. Glad you're back. I finished running down the list. There are no other survivors. As far as I can tell, you're the last of the Knights of the Blue.
Congratulations. You have run through all of the existing evidence that was gathered a year ago.
Well, that means we only have one option left. We got to return to the scene of the crime.
We only have probable locations, not certain ones. It could have happened en route. It could have happened at the rendezvous. It could have happened outside.
And
Mission
whatever
point.
happened. No, that's all fair. I have some thoughts on that. But first, we got to make sure that we are prepared for whatever the Knights of the Blue couldn't handle. So we need to do some training. Any chance you know a place where we can do some damage?
Come with me.
And the two of you head out. Vion, you arrive at the boardwalk right on time. And it's a cold Wednesday morning, so the boardwalk's kind of empty, and you don't see Amira anywhere. It's just ocean, sand, a couple of vendors. And as you're looking around, you hear some quick footsteps behind you, and then you feel a shock run through your body, and you black out.
What?
Yeah, you come to, feeling woozy. You don't know how long it's been. Your eyes start to focus, and you can see that you are trapped in a steel cage. You try and move, but quickly realize that your hands are tethered behind your back with what feels like a very stiff metal cable. Tell you what, make an intellect roll.
Here's the thing, Rick. In game, I got to do an intellect roll. It just out of game, I just rolled a d20. So let's see how this off to a great start on the meta level. You know what I mean? All right,
Okay.
that's gonna be it. With investigation, throwing. That's gonna be a 10.
Okay. The room is very dark and dingy, and it looks pretty big. You can see that there are blacked out windows kind of like along the ceiling, so you kind of guess that you might be in like a basement. In fact, in a very dark corner, you even think you can see a staircase. And then you hear a familiar voice. How did you do it? And then a woman steps out of the shadows. If I was casting her, I would say she was Tia Sircar from The Good Place. And you recognize her as your sister, Amira Banerjee. How did you do it? How did you get my brother's face?
Okay, Amira, this is this is fun and all, but this is me, and you have tied my hands behind my back, and you've put me in a cage.
My brother is dead. You messed up. They found the body. So you can't be him.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then really quickly. How would I have done that?
You know what? I'll be asking the questions.
Okay, great, sis.
Sis, you say you're my brother?
Yeah.
What's our father's name?
Zahid.
What does he do for a living?
He's an engineer.
What's our mother's name?
Mother's name is Rupa.
What does she do for a living?
She's a lecturer. I could do this all day. You want to talk about the trees that grew in our backyard?
Yeah. Tell me about the trees that grew in our backyard.
Great. California oaks. We had 2 of them. Then lightning struck one of them. We were real lucky to survive because that was a big explosion. You and I, we weren't that scared of that at the time. We thought it was cool, and Mom and Dad thought we were psychopaths. Those were Mom's exact words. Do you remember that?
When did Daddy pass away?
When did Daddy pass away?
Dottie. Grandma.
That was when I was in freshman year of high school, which means that you would have been in junior year of high school.
What did she die of?
Stroke.
Who's Tennyson?
Tennyson was my cat.
What was the last thing that we talked about before I called you 3 weeks ago to tell you that I was coming here?
We kind of got into a fight.
What was the fight about?
It's what we usually fought about, sis. It was the fact that we weren't really talking, and Mom was disappointed, and I was pushing you all away. You know, normal stuff.
Normal stuff. Okay, you've done your research, but I'm hard to fool.
Okay.
And on that, we're going to slip over to Benny in Ruby Village. You arrive at that address and find yourself standing outside a strange-looking building that is kind of a cross between like an office and like a castle or something like that. And just as you're looking at it, there's a tap on your shoulder, and it is Dino. Okay, we don't have a lot of time, so just listen up.
Yeah, I'm listening.
You remember when I went on that camping trip with the redhead from the aquarium supply store, and she turned out to be a member of this weirdo cult called the Enlightenists?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's our story.
Oh
We're going
my
to apply to join and blow the lid off what goes on inside that place.
Dino, is this just like a plot to get back at her?
No, that's just icing on the cake. This is a story. Everybody wants to know what the Enlightenists do in there, and we're going to figure it out. So come on. And he takes you up the stairs. Let's go. Come on, come on.
Oh my god. Yes, you guys.
You can do this. Just remember, whatever happens in there, we have to get a story. You understand?
Yeah.
Great. Our jobs depend on it. And he starts knocking on the door. And he knocks, and
Alright,
he waits.
She's gonna put her phone in her front pocket with the camera facing out, and she's gonna start recording. Like, might as well get fucking something out of this.
Yeah, great. And he keeps knocking, and then eventually the door opens, and you see a woman. If I was casting her, I would say she was Betty White, and she is dressed in kind of this Spartan tunic, and she says, "Yes." And Dino says, "Hi. I spoke with someone on the phone. My name is Jeremy Pearl Jam. Or no, you know what? Screw it. My name is Dino, and this is my sister Benny. We would like an evaluation to join." And the woman looks you both up and down and says, "Of course. Come on in."
Oh my god. We go.
Yeah, you walk in following Dino, and the inside of this place is like, it's the most bizarre kind of like, it's almost like a dentist's office in a sense, where it's like a new kind of like prefab office, but then hung on the walls, they have these weird, like very old looking lighting fixtures, like the strangest blend of kind of classical, old stuff and kind of new kind of cheap office supplies. And she, "Welcome to our offices. You'll have to be evaluated, and then we'll decide which one of you, if either, are eligible to join. Can you just please wait in here?" And she opens a door, and it's like, it's like a little waiting room.
Mm.
Hey.
I sit when Benny sits down, like she like immediately crosses her arms and she leans into Dino and goes, "I am not getting paid enough for this. Just saying." And then sits back and then we'll sit back.
Dino says, "All right. We're in." And on that, we are going to skip on over to Ulez and Tulez. You get off the subway at Greenacre Park, and
Before we go to the subway,
oh yeah,
Ulez has brought Tulez to Vion's bathroom with like that wonderful mirror and all the nice lighting. And they're gonna turn to them and like grab them by their hands. "Do you remember when we had to what school did you attend? The School of Excellence, correct?"
I attended the School of Quality.
"Oh. I have never interacted with you. Greetings then.
Greetings. You may call me 2, because that is the last number of my serial number."
2. I prefer. Well, I have been
I don't
going.
like well.
Oh. No.
I don't
Was
like
I like this?
no either.
I must have been.
Must have been well. Oh no.
You may call me Ulez Galley.
Ulez Galley.
That
We
seems
are
to
all
be.
Ulez Galley, but that
We
is
are.
acceptable.
Okay. Thank you. I require your assistance. Do you. In the School of Excellence, we were taught that there might be a time where we must remove our outer shell in order to blend in with some of the species that we are going to visit. Now, I never thought that this time would ever come, but I realized that some of my parts underneath my helmet might blend with some of the humanoids.
Why do you care what the humanoids think? They are not plants.
They are not. They are organic and they eat plants, but it is important to me. It is very important to me.
Digested plants cannot be studied. Does that not make these humanoids an obstacle?
That is a truth. Now, please, and I'm going to hand them a screwdriver. If you could undo the bit over there, and then the bit on the back, and then there's 2 more screws, that should help.
I do not understand this, but I will abide by your wishes. And Tulez starts undoing the helmet.
We thank you. And it kind of like falls apart after all like the screws and everything are taken out. Ulez is still.
Sorry, I should be doing we. I forgot. I'm doing Tulez. Sorry. Wait, I'll fix that. Sorry.
It's
Again,
okay.
my fault. Not Tulez.
It's not on 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as like the shell kind of falls off, I think probably from what is this? Like my nose up is humanoid, in the sense that like that kind of looks like skin. There's definitely eyes that you've seen. No eyebrows. Eyebrows would make too much sense. Eyebrows are weird human things too that I don't get.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on
It's
that.
right.
Yeah.
They have no mouth, rather than it's just like like when you're playing music, like the equalizer is maybe what it's called, the thing that moves when you're talking. One of those, and all of the nodes and all like the wires from their head kind of cascade down a little bit and fall down behind their back. Okay, I think I will blend in a little better. Now for you, may I put a hoodie on top of you?
What is a hoodie?
You will love it. It keeps you cozy.
Does it have anything to do with plants?
Vion has one with a plant picture. I will go get it. And I'm going to smush a hoodie on them before we go to the subway. And like Ula's talking the whole time. These are stairs that you go down underground and you hear that sound. That is the subway. No plants, but it's actually very plant empty. But it is very cool. And don't mind the looks that everybody is giving us. You got used to those.
I do not care what people think. They are not plants.
That is the truth. We agree.
Yeah, and you ride to the subway, and you get like I said, you come off at Greenacre Park and make your way to the Port Ruby Arboretum, yeah, this happens to be one of the days it's open. It's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and in fact, that same tour guide Martin is on duty, and he sees you coming in, and of course, recognizes you, and he's no.
Oh, we greet you.
Tula's greet you. And Martin says, there are two of you now?
Oh, there are many, but there are merely two of us here.
Huh. Where are you from?
Around.
All right. I'm
Over
hip.
at Tula's.
Tula's. We are from
We are
around.
Yes. You are brilliant. School of Quality has done you well.
We have come for your plants.
We have. Now guide us.
Martin's like, yeah, whatever. Just come with me. Okay, these are and he leads you off, and the two of you begin your tour through the Port Ruby Arboretum. And okay, let's get to Cadrax. Where did you take Sonny?
To the building where we kicked the Keeler's ass.
Okay, the key
I
line.
don't want him in my normal practice warehouse near my place of work. For reasons that I confess somewhat escape me, don't want him anywhere near me. But particularly not anything that is important to me, especially if we're not going to do a silent fight, and I don't trust him not to.
That seems entirely reasonable. So, yeah, you are at the Keyline Aeronautics Factory down in Factory Park. And Sonny looks around. This will do very nicely.
Exactly what amount of training do you think is going to overcome the fact that there were several multiples of those knights?
Well,
do you think you were better than all of them?
Maybe. See, the Knights of the Blue, you're about control, but that obviously failed. So you have to be ready to fight like a Knight of the Red.
No. You have to prove that you should even be here. Why did your father never talk about you? I'm going to take out my baton.
I can't speak for my father. He is old-fashioned and maybe not quite as devoted to the mission as I would have liked him to be.
I stand on guard.
Cadrax, who are the Alpha Combine?
Our enemies, people out for our eradication and that of organic life writ large.
So why didn't you complete the mission?
Having stood on guard for a courteous amount, I will strike.
You're going to attack?
I want to beat this man like a drum.
All right. Roll initiative. Wait, let me get Sonny's character sheet.
Took out my baton. Got into position. Right, guys? Like, I'm good here, right? This should not be a surprise to him, honest. Like, to train, 8.
You got an 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Sonny beat you, but he's going to let you swing first.
Okay.
What do you think you're going to do with that? He kind of nods at your baton.
I go for the back of the knee. He's not used to fighting bipedally. It's
All
a
right.
ridiculous mode of combat, so might as well take advantage of his presumed inexperience, or he's good at it, in which case I have even more questions.
Roll your prowess.
Which is the correct determination quality, like, value thing to activate right now? In so far as I am upholding the honor of my knights.
I uphold my oath is probably close enough since your oath is to the
Feels
Knights in
like
Blue.
the one. Okay, cool. I'll add that.
Okay, that brings you personally to 0 determination, but there are still 4.
Oh, right. God, no. I should really save that for, I shouldn't put that into the hit.
Well,
I
you
should
got
put that
4
into the
community
damage.
points too if you want. Oh, or that's up to you.
I'll save it for the damage if I do hit, and I'll activate an effect if I do.
What'd you get?
9.
You swing at him, and he easily just kind of like steps back, and you
This
miss.
guy, of course. Son of a... All right, fine.
So this is my father's great protege, huh? Where's your passion? Where's your voice? And he turns around and he like fires off this blast that just like pushes through the ground and blows out a whole wall. I'm not going
I
to
go
fight.
again.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight you, Cadrex.
Then why are we here to train?
Because somebody's going to fight us. Whoever took out the Knights of the Blue. I'm not just here for my father's body. I want to punish them.
Why are you here? Who sent you? Do you even have a ship?
I sent me. And no, I caught a ride. Hitchhiked across the galaxy, so to speak.
You're not here with the Order of Sanction, are you?
I fail to see how that's relevant.
It's relevant to your honor as a knight.
And what about your honor, Cadrex? You were supposed to be my father's protege, and you haven't even figured out who got him, what happened to his body. You haven't completed your mission. Sounds to me like you've gone native or something.
Okay, yeah, that'll get them. They're gonna go again.
Go for it.
I would like to do a complex task.
Complex S, sure.
His vestibular system.
What are you trying to do?
Dizzy boy, fall down, go boom.
Ah, okay. So roll on your power.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Max. So as well as can be expected. 13.
Okay. You hit him and you blast him and you're trying to make him dizzy.
Yeah. Basically taking advantage of, again, the humanoid style biology that he has obviously adopted. That he hasn't studied nearly as much.
Yeah, he absorbs that blast and, it knocks him back and he takes a couple points of damage. And he falls and he kind of grabs his stomach as if he's a little bit nauseous. Oh, okay. Now we're training. And he puts his hands forward and fires a blast at you.
All right. How do I defend against a power attack? Prowess?
It depends. Prowess if you're trying to, kind of absorb or parry it, or coordination if you're trying to dodge or something.
I assume it's or is it a powers, I don't know what he's coming at me with, so, dodging or evading or, power shielding.
He's kind of firing, sorry.
Okay, then it sounds like I evade?
Okay, so coordination. Oh, and you can also get a point of determination because he is going to spend a point of determination to activate his quality, I'm highly trained.
Okay, cool. All right, coordination. All right, fine. I'm low on determination. I'm not gonna. How much damage?
What did you get?
How much damage?
I need to know what you got.
5.
5. So that is a moderate success. So you'll take half damage. So that's 3 points.
Okay, cool.
Now this is getting good. You want to go again? Come on.
If you're
And while, what were you saying?
If you're so distant from your father that he never even told me about you, what made you come for him now? And I sort of let my baton slip to the side.
Well, fathers and sons. I don't like the guy much, but he's still my dad. And somebody killed him. And somebody failed him.
Insight check.
Make an intellect roll.
8.
He's, as far as you can tell, he's pretty dead serious.
How confident am
I? Reasonably confident. You're not 100%, but you read him as telling the truth for sure.
I think that's all we need from the scene for now.
Yeah, okay. So on that, we will slip back over to Vion in your cage. Wait a minute. Who did we visit last, Vion or Benny? I think it was Benny, right? So Vion, yeah, you're next. So Amira sits back. Okay, you're good. You are good, but you would have to be, obviously, to get whatever it is you've done with your face there. So I've got some more questions. And she picks up a copy of The Dark Window by Vion Vigor. See, the real Vion is an author, so why don't we see how well you know his work? How many chapters are in this book?
In The Dark Window, there are 37 chapters.
What's the last word of the whole book?
Of the whole book? I believe it's copyright followed by 2018.
You think you're funny? And she takes the stun gun and starts putting it near the cage. If I shock this cage, it goes right through you.
What's the floor made of?
The whole cage is some kind of metal.
Okay. But like the of the room.
The floor of the room is probably, it's like a basement floor, so it's like kind of concrete or something like that. But you are on the cage is, it is a box that you are in, so it is metal beneath you.
Do you remember in middle school when those guys were making fun of me, and I wanted to get into a fight with them because I was really angry? And you said, no. Let me take care of this. And over the span of 3 weeks, you set them up for expulsion based off of actions that they did. It's not in your blood, Amira, to shock me.
What's the last word of the book? I can see you're stalling. You don't know, do you?
The last word is closed.
What's the main character's name?
His name is Jack.
On page 75, the character Monte Vista explains his lifelong dream. What's that dream?
To be a baker.
In the movie version, they changed Monty's dream. What did they make it in the movie?
I don't remember. I was very inebriated during that entire process of production.
Yeah, you were, weren't you? Or Vion was. You forget, I've seen his body. She flips through the pages again. On page 112, Lonnie Thistle burns something important to her. What did she burn and why?
It's a love letter, and it's a symbol for moving on, Amira, which honestly, you might want to read into a little bit right now.
How did you know about middle school?
Because I went there.
And she kind of leans back in her chair. And on that, we'll zip back over to Benny. Benny?
Yeah.
You and Dino have been sitting inside this little room, this waiting room, for what feels like hours. When the door finally opens and that same woman enters. All right. My name is Althea, and I will be your evaluator. So you want to be enlightenists, huh?
Yeah. Really badly.
Why?
I want to be a better person, ma'am.
Dino's like, yeah, better person.
I think this can help both of us get there.
Definitely me. I'm a terrible person. Okay, well, first, I have to read you. And she walks over to Dino, and she kind of waves her hands around in front of him. And, nothing happens.
I angle towards him because I got the camera in my pocket.
She's like waving her hands and closes her eyes, and then she puts her hands on Dino's forehead. And then she turns to you, and she starts waving her hands around your face, and then around you, and then she puts her hands on your forehead. Okay. She turns to Dino. You, sir, you are not enlightenist material. You have to leave right now. Dino's kind of like, but, I want to be a better person. And she's like, now! And he's like, oh, okay. And he kind of gets up, and as he's walking by, he looks at you, and he gives you like a big like wink. And And then he backs out. He's like, I'll meet you outside, sis.
Go work on being a better person.
And he closes the door behind him, and Althea stands there. And then she says, I don't hear footsteps. You hear Dino like, and he just like walking, and then like you could hear the front door open and slam. And she sits down and looks at you. So why are you really here?
Something told me I was supposed to be. What was this whole thing? That's actually, I think I'm more interested in that now today.
That is how we Enlightenists can read your vibes.
Oh, I've got exquisite vibes. That's good to know.
Well, they're better than that
Yeah,
guy's.
I would say most people's are.
It's funny that you say that you're supposed to be here. Because your arrival was foretold, Benji Brackett.
Yeah, nailed it. Got it in one. What does that mean?
You see, our order was founded by a time traveler. He and he alone is responsible for setting all of human history into motion. I know, it's weird and confusing, but so is life.
Yeah, you'd be right there. Yeah. Is this someone I can like meet and stuff, or do I just take your word for it and then we do some like standardized testing?
You're going to have to take my word for it.
Okay, cool.
Until you are an Enlightenist.
So what did like foretold? What do I like? What am I important, or am I just like a guy and now you have my name and this is like a checkpoint and now moving forward there's something else coming that has nothing to do with me, or like am I like, how nervous should I be about the fact that I was foretold?
Well, could be a good thing. Could be a bad thing. Again, confusing.
Just the range of all things. Got it.
All things.
Yeah.
It could be anything. So tell me, Benji, you're different than other people, aren't you?
I think Benny at this point is like 50-50 on whether or not this person is just like, this is genuine, or if this is like her just being like, I like you, so we're gonna make you special to get you involved. Like, so she's like, okay, let's put it on. All right, here we go. I want to be enlightened. Yeah, I think so. I definitely feel that about myself.
How so?
Well, I mean, I was a very like lonely kid. And so being, the only person I really knew well made me feel different, I guess.
Now make a willpower roll.
Oh, get my sheet back up. Hold on.
Your willpower is 6.
Yes, so that's a 10.
There's more to it than that, though.
She's not lying. She isn't lying.
You're telling the truth, but not the whole truth. Tell me about your family.
Well, I mean, I don't know much of my extended family, but it's just me and my mom's. It was always kind of just the three of us. Grew up on a farm in Michigan, and that's what we did, is we, ran the farm. Mostly, not so much for like animal stuff, but like plant stuff. My mom's like plants, crops, that stuff.
What kind of crops?
I mean, well, you have to alternate in the fields because otherwise you use up all of the nutrients in the soil. So usually it's like you rotate corn and soybeans. We tried wheat for a little while, but it didn't go as well. So usually corn and soybeans.
You have to rotate the crops or else you use up the fields. There's a deep metaphor there for something. I don't know what, but I'm going to think about it.
Yeah. I'll think on it too.
And while she is examining you, we will zip back over to the Port Ruby Arboretum.
How great is this guide? Like, how good is Martin doing at his job today?
Martin is, he's a paycheck player, as they say. He reads the material that they gave him. He does not put a lot of passion into it. He only works 3 days a week. This is a part-time gig for him. He hates the stupid uniform they make him wear. It's uncomfortable. It smells funny. But it gets to the end of the tour, and he ends the tour in the Willow Grove, and he says, "All right, well, those are the plants. Please come back sometime."
We thank you. Oh, we will come back. Don't worry. You are open 3 days a week, and Tulaz will probably be here for those 3 days.
And Tula says, "We would like to sample and analyze all of your plants." And Martin's like, "Yeah, whatever, knock yourselves out." And he just kind of, heads off. And Tula says, "Okay, shall we?" And Tula starts walking towards the willows and walks down towards them and holds out their hands, and a light comes out. And as the light shines on the willows, they kind of raise up as if the sun had beamed down on them. And they said, "I will start analyzing here. Why don't you start over there, and we can take in the whole garden?"
Yes.
Have you not analyzed this garden before?
I have not. I have simply attended this place and learned about the history of all of the plants.
I do not understand. Why would you attend this place and not analyze the plants?
Well, you see, and Ulez is going to this poor willow tree. Caitlin, I'm sorry. Mimicking the exact same motions, extend their hand. I will show you. It appears that I am malfunctioning. And instead of that light where weeping willow is kind of like droopy, so like there's no there's a light, there's definitely a light, and then there's an explosion, and Ulez has blasted a hole through the tree.
Ooh, we have apparently opened up the second tier. Thank you so much, everyone. So you now have that nitrous oxide booster for the van. Thank you so much, everybody. That just leaves the lore drop. And so you blast a hole in the tree.
Yeah. And then they just look pointedly over it too. That is what occurs.
What have you done? And Tula sort of walks over and starts, feeling the hole in the tree. You have damaged a plant. That is not what we are meant to do.
It is not what we are meant to do. It goes directly against our prime directive, and yet I have not been able to properly analyze anything since I have arrived.
Why have you not fixed this?
I cannot determine the source of the malfunction. It does not reside within my hand. It does not reside within my chest. It does not reside within any of the wires that I can determine.
What have you been doing?
I've made some acquaintances, friends.
Plant friends?
No, those individuals that we went to the diner with, where you consume. Well, you looked at the salad. Those are my friends.
The salads are your friends.
No, the human beings, the species that the primary species here.
I do not understand. We do not understand. We do not understand what your interest is in these human species.
I think that I am determining that as well. I have, you know, that feeling that you get when you find a plant that has beautiful cells, and the way that they look is just very nice.
You, I, why do you not say we?
I have determined that in order to blend in, the way that we speak on our planet is not as if it is not the way that they speak here. They use a singular instead of many.
So, you are doing it as a trick. Oh, we are doing it as a trick. Damn, that's tricky.
No. I'm not very good at tricks. I once pranked the principal at the School of Excellence, and that will forever be the best trick that I can perform.
Hmm.
It is a feeling of desire, a feeling of want. I want to help my friends. I want to do good for them. I have not been able to complete any of my prime directives, so I had to find another way to fulfill my goals. My ship was broken, my ship was missing as yours is, and I was stranded. I feel like I have acted as best I could. Do you not agree?
We do not know what to think. We see this planet has so much plant life on it. For an Ulez galley to not engage with that, we find confusing.
Oh no, I engage. I have been learning how to paint plants. I have done a lot of pictures with crayons. I could definitely show you some of those.
We are not interested in paint and crayons. And then Tulez just kind of turns their back on you and goes back to the willows and sort of starts analyzing them. And we will go back to, let's say, where were we last?
Cadrax, I believe.
Cadrax, I believe, yeah.
Yep.
Little structural test here today, folks, with this skipping around the storylines thing. Gets a little confusing.
Literal structural test with Sunny yelling in a place that we know has the quality of freaking fragile as heck being in Baronsdale, all bequaked.
Sonny kind of gets up and he's still a little nauseous. I don't quite understand, Cadrex. You have all this power inside of you, and you're directing it at me. But whoever was out there, whoever killed the Knights of the Blue, you haven't done anything to them yet.
Because I don't know who they are. I don't have a good way of finding out who they are. And if they found me, who would tell Sonnefel's story?
Who would tell Sonnevel's story? Huh. I don't know if it's that important to tell the story of a failure. Do you really think that is more important then completing your mission, then finding the killers, then figuring out who would dare challenge the Star Choir?
If you're so capable, then I assume you expect to do it all by yourself, surpass your father, make him proud in retrospect, complete the mission all on his own the way that his protege couldn't failed at. Is that your plan?
Absolutely.
Then go. Get yourself killed.
No.
I'll add it to guild list. Get out of here.
Nah, that's not how this
I turn.
works.
I'm done.
Okay.
I bounce.
You turn. As you turn, he fires a blast right beneath you, which gets surprise attack value, and you go flying through the air and land on the pavement.
Do I have to land?
Well, what are you going to do?
Not land. You know how I did that pulse over the fence?
Okay. Why don't you? How did we do that? Did we do it with a stunt, or did we do it with a?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing it as a stunt.
Oh, you're right. I don't really have the. Fine. You know what? I'll take the hit then.
Okay,
hang on.
You take the hit.
Fine. He'll bounce me and then I'll keep going. It's fine. I don't care.
All right, you take 4 damage.
Cool. Fine.
So that's it, huh? Resigning your post.
I keep going. I'm actually gonna leave him.
All right.
I'm gonna leave him there for a while. And I'm going to use the human communication device. And contact Ulez.
Okay. You keep walking, and you can kind of hear Sonny shouting at you. You know, he's like, Star Choir's going to hear about this, and they're not going to be happy. Okay, so Ulez, your communication device, which I think we said was in a Kermit the Frog phone case, starts buzzing in your pocket.
Oh, that's my ringtone. Greetings.
It is Cadrax. Are you available for emotional consolation and support? I know you are busy with your compatriot. It's just you were the only one who would understand.
I would actually appreciate that. I have been confronted with some changes in myself that I have not realized occurred. Where may we meet? Where may we meet?
Tula is kind of like sniffing at your phone.
This is not a plant. No.
Turns around and wanders away.
Would Vion's abode be best?
Very well. I will see you there.
Excellent. Farewell.
And you hang up, and as you hang up, you turn around to find Tulez and do not see them anywhere.
Uh-oh. Ulez Gali. Ulez? Oh no. Oh no. Do I see Martin?
Yeah, Martin's standing over by the gate smoking a cigarette or something.
Martin, have you seen my friend that looks literally exactly like me? Yes.
Well, I mean, I saw your friend before when you were with your friend. Yeah. Why?
They have not passed this direction.
I got to admit, I wasn't watching because I don't care. You know how many people pass by this direction?
I am not familiar. I must go. And they're gonna call Vion. I mean, they had their phone out, so why not?
Vion, you are in your cage, and Amira is, we'll say this is kind of right on that tail that we left you on, kind of thinking about your answers for the book. And your phone starts to ring, except it is by her. So she picks it up. Who's Ulez?
That is my friend. Do you mind answering it and putting on speaker, please?
She clicks it on and holds it out. Go ahead.
We greet you.
Hey, Liz, how's it going?
I have lost Ulez. Two. They preferred to be designated as two. I have lost them.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay, where'd you lose them?
At the Arboretum. Will you
Okay.
come and assist me to find them? I have run around this tree 3 times and I do not know where else to look.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I'm a little tied up right now, so it might take me a second, but I promise you, when I'm on my way, I will give you a call with an
Okay.
estimated time of arrival.
Okay, but this will not be you will not arrive soon?
I'll do my best.
May I ask for advice?
Absolutely. What I would say is kind of walk around the area, ask folks if they've seen your friend, and you know what? There's also if you can find a visitor center, you can usually make an announcement that goes on speakers, where someone. Now you're getting pretty good at lying. I don't want you to get too good per se, because you can kind of tumble out of control sometimes. But I trust you. So Ulez, you might want to say this is a child.
Okay.
Or at least in the description that you're looking for someone child height. It's a thing we have about if a human adult goes missing, people tend to be a little bit more apathetic. If you say that a child has gone missing, we kind of cluster together to find the child. It's just a thing about human nature. I personally don't agree with it. I kind of think that just every age range, we should have the same consideration. But if you start to get desperate, that might be something to try.
Okay. We thank you.
All right. I'll see you soon, Ulez.
Okay, farewell. I will have Cadrax in your home and Tulaz in no time.
Wonderful.
And Amira ends the call. Who was that?
That was my friend Ulez.
I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your friend Ulez?
You know, I miss home more than anything, but there's just some stuff about Port Ruby that I think you're not going to be able to wrap your head around. I know that you got all your fancy buddies and you're all running for office and stuff like that. So, you know, I can't really reduce it down to a campaign manager or a personal assistant. It's just someone I know.
Why did this person call you for help?
It's the kind of thing you do when you've got friends, I guess.
Huh.
Now, this could all be an elaborate ruse set up by everyone else in the world. Or, sis, you might just be wrong about something, and maybe you should let me out of this cage so I can go help my friend.
Help your friend. You know, I don't know if you're doing a terrible job here, but Vion that I knew was angry and hurt people and didn't have a lot of friends, and certainly was not the kind of people that somebody that helpless would call for help. It's like you're a completely different person.
Great. So can I get out of the cage?
And while she thinks about that, we're going to take a 10-minute break. Thank you, everybody. I think we're at $160 some odd, which we've unlocked tier 2, and we are part of the way to the lore drop. We are super grateful for everything you've donated, and we will see you in 10. And welcome back. So before we get started, there's something I want to say. In my quest to make Sunny appear to be, the colonial kind of representative asshole that, I am trying to push him to be. I pulled out the phrase "going native," which kind of like came out of my subconscious from some, undercover cop movies. And, I on the break, I kind of started feeling that might have been, a step too far in trying to paint a fictional character as an ass. So if that offended anybody, I am sorry about that. And that is totally on me. It just kind of, like I said, it's like I just kind of went searching for some dialogue through military movies, and it just kind of popped into my head, and that's not really an excuse. But if that offended anybody, I am really sorry, and that was my fault and not anybody else's. That being said, I think we are at 175, so we're about $75 away from the lore drop, and we are super grateful for everything that you have donated so far, and and this whole season and last week. So whether we get there or not, thank you so much, everybody. And on that, I think we will come back to Beyond. So Amira is leaning back in her chair. Make me understand.
I'm going to say something that I probably should have said to you a long time ago. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the way I was. And I'm sorry for not reaching out sooner. In our family, we don't exactly have the most emotionally healthy vocabulary. Again, when we laughed at a tree exploding, our mom called us psychopaths. And that wasn't the only time that came up. And we rolled with it, but it's just because I was having a hard time with it didn't mean that I didn't need to reach out. But still, I did need and continue to need some time. I am going to trust you on this. And I know this will be a bit challenging. Because we were kind of funneled through a little bit of a system, weren't we? Things had to be right or wrong. You got good grades or you got bad grades. There was no real in between. And we all had to be the best, which meant that other people had to be not as good. There wasn't a whole lot of room for everything else in the world. But ever since I've been out here, there's a lot of space. There's a lot of space between sis. You did see the body of a dead man. That is correct. And I don't want you to think for a single second that I'm calling you a liar or saying that you didn't. But that wasn't your brother. I'm right here. And I'm stuck in a cage right now. And my friend's kind of lost in a botanical garden. And that might not sound like a huge deal to you, but it's definitely going to stress them out a bit. So if you don't mind.
Who did I see? If you're you, did you kill someone who looks just like you?
Okay. You and I both know no one looks this good.
Well, now that sounds like the Vion I know.
I'm on sort of a unique path, and I'm going to share something with you out of trust. I'm not trying to freak you out. I'm not trying to scare you. But I do need you to, if you need a couple seconds or a couple days or a couple weeks to kind of process what you're about to see, take that time and relax. But I'm asking you as my sister. You have to trust me and you have to keep this between us.
Keep what between us?
I would like to phase.
Okay, you cannot get through the cage. It is steel, but you can become translucent and dematerialize, in your way. And she, kind of her chair, falls back, and she kind of sits up on the floor. It's like, what just happened? How are you doing that?
Man, I wish I had the answers to that question myself, if I'm being completely honest. The important thing, though, is that this is me. 100% me. And if you went out and you went to that body and you asked him the same questions, I don't think he would say anything. Because he's just a body.
All right. You want me to trust you. Okay. I'm going to let you out of the cage. But don't forget, I still have this. And she kind of holds up the stun gun. She kind of leans over towards the lock on the cage, which is like kind of one of those like pull bolts, you know, and she kind of reaches over and turns it and pulls it up and steps back real fast as the door kind of creaks open.
Yeah, you let me know when you want me to walk out.
And she kind of walks back towards that set of steps that are in the corner. Okay, you can come out now. Keep in mind, your hands are still actually tied behind your back with wire, but you can move.
Great. Thank you very much. It's a bit weird, right? Between us, it's a bit weird, right?
Yeah, that's the understatement of the century. What happened to you, Vion? Are you... I don't believe in ghosts. What happened to you?
That, if you don't believe in ghosts, I don't know if you're going to have the most satisfactory explanation. But what I will say is that finally I got my act together and I think I stopped wasting my life a little bit. I'm trying to do something good here. I don't know if it's great, but I think we saved the world once. My friends and me. Still a bit fuzzy on the repercussions of what would have happened, but I'm just trying to do more good than bad.
All right. You say your friend needs help. Let's go help your friend.
Okay, great. Before you take out, I just got to ask you real quick, Amira. Accent, do you need me to keep, is it weird if I have it, or do you prefer it if I have it, or do you want me to kind of keep the California, or is it like, I just want you to feel good? You know what I mean?
I think I'm way beyond that right now. You just go with whatever makes you comfortable, and I'm just gonna see what happens here.
Well, look at that. And I put my hands out as I turn my back to get the wire off. This is the most healthy conversation you and I have ever had.
And you know what? Right there, we're gonna flip over to Benny. That was great, man. So yeah, we'll flip over there to Benny. You are still hanging out with Althea the Enlightenist, and
I do have a question. Are there any like really cool owl paintings in this waiting room? Just, I feel like there probably are, and I just wanted to look at them and appreciate them for a second in game, and then I'll answer more for questions.
an owl painting.
Some really cool owl paintings.
A really good one, like a really good one.
Yeah,
Quality good? Like how good?
Quality, excellent.
yeah,
incredible owl, amazing owl,
yeah.
spectacular owl. I can't think of any other.
Sublime, maybe. Yeah.
Sublime, that's not bad. Nah, I'm out of synonyms. If you would like to spend a point of determination, you can retcon one in.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah,
Worth it.
absolutely,
Worth
man.
All right, Benny. Yeah, there's an owl painting on the wall.
Determination, we need an owl.
Yeah.
Never mind combat. No.
The bird.
Nope. I got it. I got us some owls. All right. Thanks.
I think that's the first retcon we've spent on a joke. So this is already this episode is monumental. So yeah.
Bird even.
I didn't think of that one.
Anyways, I got distracted by the owl painting for a second, and now I'm focused back. Benny eyes wander, and then she back to Althea.
Benny Beckett. Benji Beckett. Always the outlier you are.
Yeah.
And do you know why it is? It's because you're an Enlightenist. And you always have been, and you always will be. And she reaches into this pouch on her belt, and she pulls out a necklace with a blue crystal hanging from it. This belongs to you.
Wow. And she'll hold her hand out for it.
And when you hand her hand out, she pulls it back. Says, "Well,
Oh.
it's not free. It's
Oh, yeah, right.
$250, and then $50 a month dues."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Benny's internal monologue is currently, I don't know, I was not given instruction on how far I was supposed to take this, but Dino wants this. He's going to pay for it, so.
So you're buying the crystal?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How do you pay? Do you have cash, credit card? What does Benny got?
I don't think she has that much cash, so it's probably card. Would she? I don't know. She probably wouldn't have like company. I mean, she buys coffee all the time. Does she get that reimbursed afterwards, or does she have like a card from Chatterbox that she uses to buy everyone's coffee all the time and pick up like? Because she goes out and she like buys costume pieces and like will pick up set pieces and like she buys things for them all the time. But like I don't know if she's reimbursed afterwards or if she has a card.
Okay, you know what? I like that explanation, so I'll let you have that card even without
Nice.
retconning it in, because it fits with some other stuff that you've said in the past. So
I was given this assignment, so they're paying for it.
yeah, she looks down at the card. Chatterbox.
Mhm.
Well, as long as it spends, and she reaches into another pouch and pulls it out, and she's got one of those like little like dongle like scanner things that everyone at Comic-Con's got and stuff.
Real square, yeah.
Yeah, she runs it through and kind of watches it. And she, would you like to enter your email address for a receipt?
Yeah, I put in Dino's.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna get all of their spam emails, not me.
and she hands you the necklace. Wear it always.
I will.
Someday that necklace could save your life.
What does it look like? So, like, what do we got going on here?
Let's say it's about just like an inch and a quarter long. It's kind of a typical like a blue crystal. You might find in any kind of new agey store or something. It's attached to a silver chain, and it's got like kind of those like kind of
Claw.
silver, right? Yeah, claw that holds it on, that kind of thing. We will be contacting you about your first seminar, which costs an additional $70.99, but
Yeah.
to be paid on entry.
Great.
May the founder be with you, Benji.
May the founder be with you, Athena. She says her name wrong, and then we'll go.
Althea, and you
Whatever.
she escorts you to the door and lets you out, and then you find Dino kind of like standing just to the side of the stairs, and he sees you come out and he runs over. He's like, "So, what happened?"
Has Althea left?
Yeah, the door closes behind her.
Okay, we'll start walking then to get away from the building.
Yeah,
Be like,
and he starts walking with you. Tell me everything. Tell me everything.
Okay, so she'll take her phone out of her pocket and be like, I'll upload this to the cloud and you can do whatever you want with it. And then she'll explain all the things that happened and be like, so what do you want me to do with that?
Huh. A time traveler, a crystal,
Mhm.
and $50 a month in dues?
Yeah.
This sounds like a big scam to me.
Yes, very.
We're gonna take it down.
It's a very deep-rooted organization, but we can sure write another think piece about it, Dino. And she'll slap him on the shoulder and she'll keep walking.
Damn straight we're gonna. Good job, Benny. Hey, before you go,
Yeah. Mhm.
you ever open that envelope?
I'm working on it. It's a lot. But I will let you know when I do.
All right. See you tomorrow, Ben. G.
Yeah. See you tomorrow, Dino Man. And she'll go she'll text the group chat and just kind of be like, hey, I need to not be at work anymore. Where is everybody at? Like, what's going on today?
Ulez would respond, I have lost two Les.
She'll explain how to drop a pin location and she'll come find you.
I'll update that I am now on my way. I imagine my ETA is going to be a while.
You're in Fort Trumbull. We have I think we have the Baronsdale South map. Jake, can you throw that up for a couple of minutes? And you're going from Fort Trumbull. Oh no, wait. You're going from Fort Trumbull to Avalon. Oh, I don't think I gave them that map. All right, it's okay. So that's like going from the west side of Brooklyn to upper Midtown Manhattan, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's probably
It's like from Dumbo to like Central Park.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay. So we have a map here. It's like it doesn't quite go high enough, but yeah, it's something like that. So it's probably take you about 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Assuming you're right by a subway. Benny, you are in Lower Manhattan. If you were near a subway, this would probably take you closer to like 15 or 20 minutes. Cadrax, you already left to go meet Ulez. How did we leave off?
Yes, I was invited to rendezvous at Vion's residence, but that was before a group text went out informing me of our missing compatriot. So I believe it will be a roundup.
Yeah, okay.
And rendezvous at... Yeah.
All right. So it's going to take you a little while to get there, too, because you're coming from Factory Park, which is sort of like in central Brooklyn.
Right. I also have to stop off en route and walk the dog.
Oh, yeah. Need to walk the puppy.
I'm responsible. Yes.
I respect that, Sam. It's Cadrax. Benny, you arrive on the scene first, and you come outside the Port Ruby Arboretum and find Ulez waiting for you.
Has Ulez asked for all of the humans to look for a child in armor yet?
I think in that amount of time, Ulez would have gone over to the info desk.
Okay.
And informed
So why don't we
them.
start there? You get to the info desk, and let's say, there's a person behind the info desk. She is wearing a name tag that says Allie.
We greet you.
And we greet you. Welcome to the info desk.
I have lost a child. Will you assist me in finding them?
Oh crap. Yeah, I will. What does this child look like? And she kind of picks up a phone.
They are my child, therefore they look like me, except that they have an outer shell. You call it a helmet.
Your child's wearing a helmet.
Correct.
Okay. How old is the child?
Age is never given. I can tell you if they have been repaired multiple times, but I do not know how to determine their age.
And she hangs up the phone. You don't know how old your child is, and she has repairs?
From the look of their model, I believe that they must have existed, or they must have undergone at least 15 repairs. Or upgrades, most likely.
I'm a little confused. Your child is a person?
Correct.
Okay. How?
Just like I am a person.
Yes, you are. How tall is your child?
My height. I have not had to measure myself. Again, it is never necessary.
You know what? Okay. What is your child's name?
2.
2, like TWO?
Correct.
2, the child as tall as you are, who looks just like you, wearing a helmet, whose age you don't know.
You understand exactly. Will you be able to offer assistance?
I'll see what I can do. And she picks up the phone, dials a couple of numbers. Security, we have a report of a lost child who is approximately 5.5 feet tall or so. I would say wearing some kind of a motorcycle suit and a helmet.
Motorcycle.
Not some kind of a suit and a helmet. Answers to the name of 2. She hangs up the phone. They're going to try and page your child.
Thank you.
You hear all of a sudden, an announcement. Hello, visitors to the Port Ruby Arboretum. Will 2 please report to the info desk? 2, your mother is waiting for you at the info desk.
Ah. You presume that I was their mother. Okay.
You should just wait here. I'm going to wait over there. And she just kind of like slides along the side of the desk. And then Benny arrives.
Yeah, am I coming in the same park, or am I gonna have to find them?
You're walking in and you hear, hello, visitors to the Port Ruby Arboretum. Will 2 please report to the info desk? You just hear that it's repeating on the PA system.
Oh, good. So I will go to the info desk.
And you arrive at the info desk to find Ulez standing there alone.
Liz without their helmet either.
Yeah.
Ah, we greet you.
Hey, no sign of 2 yet?
None. They have not responded to the calls.
Okay. We should get them a phone, maybe. Also. I don't know, should I like run around or something? Someone should wait here because they're like telling them to come here, but like now that there's more than one of us, would that help? I don't know. Would they have left?
I do not believe so. There are so many plants to analyze, and they have the proper tools to actually analyze them.
Okay, and where did you see them last?
At the willow tree. Please do not go there yourself at the moment because it is damaged.
Okay. Well, they left that spot, but at least that's a place to start. Okay, you will wait here. Text me if they make it back, and then I'll run around. How big is this park? How big is this botanical garden?
I mean, the Arboretum itself is pretty big, but the Green Acres Park is like Central Park, so it's it's massive. Yes.
Well,
Joey.
yes. Okay. I mean, well, Benny's an athlete, so she's gonna start jogging.
Okay.
Going back and forth. She's gonna she's gonna do some sort of grid, I guess, to kind of move like as far as she can see in each direction, and then go past that to go is gonna start making loops, making lines to the park.
You're doing a search, make an intellect roll.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Okay. Can I use burn equality and can't turn the camera off as she is observant. She's an observant person. She's always looking as far as like filming and looks for places to film. She knows how to scope out an area.
Yeah, I think that's close enough.
Cool.
That's your last point of determination.
My last point of determination, because I used the other one for an owl.
We do have the 4 points of community determination still, and we are, I think, $50 exactly away from the after credits lore drop. So thank you, everybody. I
rolled a 1, so that's a 6.
You
bad. Why?
So
rolls are always bad.
You go jogging around the Arboretum looking for Tulez. While you are doing that, let's say that Vion and Cadrax, you are coming uptown on the subway, and when the subway doors open, you come out and look down the platform and see that you were both on different parts of the same train.
I am holding Doc in the IKEA bag.
Oh.
Hey, Doc.
Because Tulez is lost, I thought perhaps Doc would be willing to assist.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. By the way, this is
asked them about it, and they seemed amenable. The mouth opened and the tongue went out in a facial expression I found very similar to the mammalian smile, not the anxiety one of primates, but yours, the humans.
It's like a genuine smile.
I found it, so I might be misreading.
No, yeah, I think dogs can smile. I think yeah.
Perhaps we should exit the subway and make our way toward the Arboretum so that I might release the dog from the IKEA bag restriction.
Yeah, that sounds good. By the way, this is my sister.
And Amira looks... Hi, Amira Banerjee.
Hello, Caden D'Alto.
Nice to meet you, Caden. Nice dog.
Good.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's dog.
Yes.
Oh, that's a interesting name for a dog.
Provisional.
Ah, I understand. Well, let's go help your friend.
Yeah, let's go to the Arboretum.
I did not know you had a sister.
Yeah, I do. Oh, come on, don't give me that look. You
Amira,
go around talking about me? Come on.
you never mentioned me once?
It's been there's been a lot going on. There was earthquakes in Port Ruby.
See, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. We're
Don't-
going to talk about this later.
Talk about what? I introduced you. What else do we have to talk
Did I-
about?
Should I not?
Oh no, it's fine. This is how siblings are.
Sorry. And she's just like, yes, it is how siblings are. And she's like, doesn't someone need our help?
Yeah, let's go to the Arboretum. And we'll head in that direction.
And yeah, we
All
leave.
right. Yeah, and you run up, the stairs and come out and start making your way through Greenacre Park. Benny, you have just been running around in circles. You have not found anything.
God dang it. Ugh.
And let's say you circle back around to Ulez, and Tulez has not shown up at the counter either.
They're still not back.
They have not returned, no. Are you well?
Good. There was a lot of running. We're good.
Ah,
Maybe they left. Maybe I just ran too fast or didn't look close enough.
I do not believe that they would have left, but I do worry that they might have been taken.
Okay, that's another could be a big problem. Are there any, when I was running around, like if I was around near the edge of the parks, is there any places outside of the park that have plant life that like would lead potentially a plant liking robot alien away from the park itself? Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, this is okay. So the Arboretum is in the park, and then the park,
right.
is a park. So it's got forests in it and great lawns and all kinds of stuff. And then outside the park, it's New York City, and it's like there's like
All those shrubs outside the Upper East Side,
Yeah.
like super France. It's gonna be.
yeah, there's like bodegas on every corner that have like flower displays.
yeah. Oh no.
Big time, yes.
Tulez in New York, Port Ruby. Okay, Ulez. So, do you have like any way to be connected to them? Like, you found your ship, kind of, and we found them because you had a ping or a transmission. There's, I don't know if there's any way you could pick up on.
I am synced to my ship, but not to the other, not to two. When we are on our planet, we may communicate as one, but once we are separated, it is never the same. I think to myself, when I first arrived here, had I actually been able to perform my prime directive, I would not have stopped. I would have analyzed every plant. I would have ignored any announcements.
Hmm.
They are not truly relevant to our goals.
There aren't like security cameras here, are there?
There might be some around the arboretum, probably, not throughout the park in general, but the arboretum has displays and probably has some kind of security.
I want to turn to the info desk lady and be like, "Hey, who would we talk to get access to your security tapes? That sounds really weird, but like maybe if we knew which way they walked, we can figure out if they left the park. I don't.
You're also looking for
Our friend too.
I have designated them my child.
Still can be a friend of mine.
Yes.
Obviously. Didn't know the lie before. Like,
yeah, I just work the security desk. I'm gonna have to get the head of security, the info desk. I'm gonna have to get the head of security for you. Just wait here a moment.
Okay. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
Picks up the phone and she talks back and forth and she's like, "All right, just wait here." And a few minutes.
Anybody's gonna turn to Liz and be like, "So their child is what we're calling. We're gonna like he's gonna like while she's on the phone to like get the
Dion said, "Humans only look for children. You do not seem to search for adults."
That's pretty accurate. Yeah, it's not a crime to disappear when you're an adult. Okay.
Ah.
I watch a lot of crime shows. Caitlin does. Okay. What? Okay, cool. You're there. Your child. I can.
My child. It occurs I have been designated their mother as well.
Okay. Would you prefer parent?
Yes.
I will say that. Okay. Okay. We'll wait for security person to come and maybe we could sweet talk them into letting us see if our child walked off of the premises.
Gotta find the child.
Hang on a sec. Wait, did I just get a... Oh, wow, we unlocked the third goal.
Hit the Lord goal. Hey.
Oh my God, thank you so much, everybody. Y'all are the best. Yeah, honestly, it's like you come through every single week and it's just like, honestly, it's like, I just, we are super touched. Thank you so much for your support. So yeah, while you are waiting for the head of security, we'll say Kadrax and Vion and Amira and Dog rushing
gross.
towards the info desk, and you can all hear the announcement that is playing.
Still going.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, by the way, this is my sister, Amira.
Hi.
We greet you.
I'm Benny. Nice to meet you. Didn't know you had a sister.
Oh my
Nice.
God, we got
Nice to meet you though. We can all hang out and get to know each other, but we're missing a child is missing, and so we have to find Ulez's child.
Oh, so you went with
in
the child.
addition to two.
To the child. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
have designated
fun.
them a child.
Yeah, they're a kid.
It seems to make them easier to find.
Ulez, where was the last place you saw Tulez?
By the willow tree. We were analyzing it, and I was explaining that I do not have the same functions as I have been malfunctioning.
Okay. I'm gonna try something real quick, but
Yeah.
it's a real I'm rolling a bowling ball without looking where it's going. So I'll head over to the willow tree. How far is it from the info desk?
It's like down a path, let's say, I don't know, 40 or 50 yards or so.
Okay. So I'll be breaking away from the party.
Yeah.
I will fill in whoever's still here with us on what we have tried so far and what the current in progress idea is.
And beyond, when you walk away, Amira said, "Hi, I'm Amira. I'm Fion's sister. He's terrible at introducing people, apparently.
I mean-
She's in local government. You can have her try to pull some strings." I yell as I walk backwards.
Would you like to pull the string on my cape?
That's okay. I'm in local government in California. I'm not sure what I can do to help here.
That's on the other coast.
Yes, it is. Doctor. I'm gonna go with Vion. And starts backing away, and as she disappears down the path with Vion, you hear behind you, "All right, who's lost a child?"
That would be I.
And you turn around,
their parent,
security guy, he's kind of got, one of those ranger hats on and shorts. And if I had to cast him, I'd say he's like Kenan Thompson. And he's got like a badge that identifies him as Lewis.
We greet you. May you look into your security tapes to determine if my child is still on the premises.
Absolutely. We take those kind of things very seriously here. How old do you say your child was?
They're about this high. It's a bit about this tall. I'm gonna so we don't know. It just like they're about this tall. And how tall? I don't know. Is that? Would you be like if like 5 feet tall? Is that like a? I was 5 feet tall when the time I was in high school. They're a tall 11-year-old. Maybe
the 50th percentile is about 5 feet and 100 pounds for a 12-year-old.
Okay, we'll go with 12.
Okay.
Depending on which of the incorrect binary you end up being sorted into.
I went to school with a lot of tall kids. Never really, had to play them in volleyball and basketball and stuff, and I was always at a disadvantage, because I got the stubby legs. But why don't we go check the?
Yes, that would be amazing. Thank you.
All right. And he kind of leads you down a path to this kind of little building that's, got a security, sign on the door.
I will text Leon to let him know where we're headed.
All right. Now, just let me know, what does your child look like? Because you have to wait out here.
Oh. My child is wearing and they're going to think back to what the security or the other person had said. They are wearing a motorcycle jacket with a helmet, and they have hair that glows.
That is a pretty cool sounding 11-year-old or 12-year-old. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess 12. It's it's the age of funky hairdos. It's like you should have seen me. You're not interested in that. Okay, so hang on a second. This is going to take me a few hours. It's just sorting through these tapes. It's like they cover the whole park. So I only got.
What time did you last see them at? Can we get an exact time to give and be like, by the Willows? Could you start there and tell us what directions they went?
That would help.
Yeah,
might have been 40 of your minutes ago.
40 of our minutes ago.
Yeah.
Huh.
We could look at the timestamp of our communications.
Yeah, that is brilliant. Pull up my little froggy phone.
Sure. Why don't we say it was had to be enough time for you two to get here on the subway. So let's say it's 55 minutes ago.
So this time, the last time that they saw them was at the Willow Tree area, right? So
perfect.
If you could start there and just tell us, if they left the arboretum or see what way they went, or they might have wandered away, and we just need to know where they went.
Benny, make a willpower roll.
Okay.
You're much better at this. Talking to people.
I know. She's trying to be very pushy.
If you need assistance, I'm very good at pushing.
I'm into that. Why do I keep rolling 1, 7?
7. Well, Lewis also rolled a 1, and since he doesn't have a sheet, I give him an average of 3, so you win that. You know what? I kind of like you folks, and there are a lot of cameras covering. If they might have left the arboretum, it's there are so many exits. More eyes might help. Why don't y'all come in and help me out here? And he starts fumbling with his keys and kind of like, he opens the door and he takes you in, and there's like a bank of monitors, and he's like, all right, the system's a little old, and he sits down at the keyboard. He's like, but all right, 55 minutes ago, I'm gonna go back a little bit before that, which is
Oh, no.
all right, and okay. Why don't you watch that monitor and you watch? Okay, how many of you are here? It's everybody except Vion and Amira.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there are
3 plus
4
dog?
beings.
Yeah.
3.
Exactly.
Dog doesn't count. No, I mean dog count. Of course, dog counts. Oh, we love the puppies, but dog, won't be able to say.
Dog's perception is more olfactory focused, and so will be utilized differently if this avenue of investigation exhausts itself.
Okay.
Much like Benny earlier, jogging.
All right. Why don't you watch those 2 monitors? You watch those 2 monitors. You watch those 2 monitors, and I'll watch this one in the middle. And everybody, everyone except Vion, make an intellect roll for me.
This is a stretch, but can I add my filmmaking specialty to this?
Yeah. It's a little bit of a stretch, but it's like, yeah, you're looking at a video monitor. Maybe your eyes are well adjusted.
Maybe. Okay.
8.
8 also.
10 with I added my investigation.
Oh, okay. 8, 10, 30. All right. You start watching through the monitors, and Ulez, at about a little bit after the 55-minute mark, you catch Tulez moving south through the arboretum towards an exit. And then, Benny, you see Tulez walking out that exit and disappearing into the park.
Okay. I got them. Oh, jeez. I think we've got a search that's kind of cut out for us here. They left. They're in the park, or we're in the park. What's the timestamp on this? How long ago?
Let's say it's 47 minutes ago.
Oh boy. Yeah, well, I'll pause mine so that I can show everyone, be like, found them. Well,
And Lewis is like, "Oh wow, kid on the loose in the park. This is really bad. Hang on, I'm you know what? I think I need to call the police. There's our procedures on this. If there's a lost child in the park, that's no joke. And if I don't tell the police, that could be my job. So I'm gonna go phone this one in. If you folks,
what are the party thoughts on this? Because I don't know.
Liz, unfortunately, doesn't really understand the repercussions.
Cadrax does not know the word things to oppose involving authorities. But their eyes are wide.
Okay.
And they are white-knuckling dog's leash.
Okay, so Ben can get people a little bit. I think that she's going to be like, okay, why don't you give us like 20-minute head start? Maybe we can find them, because we don't want to like use all their resources just, to get down here, and they're like right by the door or something. Let us like run around for a little first. I don't want to, put you on their bad side just because you're calling in false alarms or whatever. Maybe we can find them real quick.
And Lewis is sort of like, wait a minute. You have a lost child and you're worried about me wasting police resources? You are very civic-minded. Benny, make another roll.
They say that about me. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Why? I rolled so many ones. 7.
7.
God.
Well, I'll give you 10 minutes.
Okay, great. We'll take it. Do you have a number we can call you at if we're able to grab them, and we can let you know?
Absolutely. And he
Okay,
pulls
I'll
it,
get him.
he's got like one of the little business card like holders, and he pulls it out, and it's got like a picture of him on it, like in a circle, and smiling at you. And it says like Lewis, Chief of Security, Port Rubio.
Oh, great. Thank you, Lewis. We will get back to you in a few. Let's go. We're gonna try to get everyone. We're gonna run.
Lewis
And
Patton. That's his full name. That's what it says on the card.
sorry, say it again. Lewis what?
Lewis Patton.
Lewis Patton. Cool. And we will run, and I will text Beyond that we got 10 minutes before they're calling the cops.
Yeah.
To find the kid, to find our kid.
So you go running to the south exit. Vion, what are you doing while that's going on?
Interesting. We made our way to the Willow, and how long did this take? The searching tapes.
10 minutes or so.
Okay, in that case, because I'm in a rush. Yeah, I mean, this is just to the logic of it. We head over to the Willow, and I turn to Amir and go, "Okay, this doesn't always work, but you're about to see something really interesting. Either way, you're going to see something very interesting." And I want to put my hands on the willow tree itself.
Okay, you're going to try and read it?
I'm going to try to read it.
With your hands on the hole that was blasted through the tree.
Yes.
Make your postcog roll.
Okay. Here we go. Come on.
Oof.
All right. I got 5.
5.
Let me roll
Okay.
it out.
Yeah, you kind of pull back into that weird place you go when you see stuff that happened in the past. And you see Ulez and Tulez. And Ulez kind of turns around and is on the phone. You were like on the phone when Tulez disappeared, right?
Tadrax.
Yeah, turns around, is on the phone, and is kind of looking the other way. And you see Tulez kind of look around, and then sees a person on a bicycle that has like a basket with a whole bunch of tall plants sticking out of the back of it zip by, and Tulez just starts like sort of automatically almost following the bicycle and just walks south.
I know it's late in the game. Can I this is just so everyone is imagining the same thing. It's I'm broadcasting this. So Amira also sees it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then Amira is sort of just like, what just happened to me?
Real quick, not a ghost, just like a memory. And that's probably not going to help anyone feel more calm about the situation. And what I would like to try to do, I rolled my burnout dice and I got a 6, so I'm fine. I would like to try to follow the memory of Tulez, seeing how long I can make it last.
I think you just get what
Just
I
little
gave.
glimpses?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was to the south entrance, right?
Yeah, you saw them head south down a path. They on the video saw them actually leave through the south entrance. You can't exactly see the south entrance from where you're at, but
Okay, in that case, timeline wise, when they all rush out, are we waiting for them in that area?
sure, if you want to be. How about you're receiving that text that Benny sent you just as they are coming outside, and you're just like standing there.
Okay, yeah, got your text.
Great. We have 10 minutes before they're gonna call the cops to look for this kid. So, let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
Here at this spot. Okay. Oh no, I pulled a Benny.
No. Sorry.
It's gonna be a 4.
Okay, so you put your hands down on that spot, and when that happens, you see like a tornado just like shooting around the arboretum, and there's like a woman on a bicycle caught up in the tornado who like morphs into a witch on a broomstick and cackles and flies away.
Do you
I turn
broadcast
to
this?
Amir. Pardon?
You're broadcasting this too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you all see that. Basically, the tornado scene from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone ignore that.
Okay.
And
That-
Amir's just like, why am I seeing movies in my head?
Yeah, that one actually. I don't have a quick answer for that. But what we did see was they were following someone on a bicycle with plants.
Ah. That
If we can figure out
seems
where
silly.
if we can figure out where the bicycle was going, maybe that's where 2 was heading.
Do
Ping?
we go ahead?
I would like to ping. I checked the benchmark table, and at my power level, I should get a few miles of distance.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're gonna ping
The park,
The park.
southward.
South. Okay. Make a power roll. I love this. Wow, that's great.
11.
Yeah, no, easily. Yeah, that's a major success, and maybe, yeah, that's a major success, and yeah, you send the ping, and you can see in the direction south. There are you pick up the shapes of 3 bicycles that are headed in that direction. And a lot of humanoid shapes who could be Tules.
Well, are the ulazes made out of a particular material, like that would maybe have a different type of resonance than things from Earth? Because they're not from here. They stand out at all?
The helmet's also distinctive.
Okay, for a major success, I can go with that. Because the roll was so high, I'll say, yeah, you can pick up the shape of what you normally would recognize as Ulez's helmet, but Ulez doesn't have now. And that is about 200 yards down the path in front of you and heading towards an exit from the park towards a major street that is just on the other side.
We need to hurry. It appears that your compatriot is making an abrupt exit from the park toward the greater boulevard in pursuit of a bicycle.
Lead the way.
Please, we will follow.
Yeah, we gotta run.
Okay, you all start making your way through the park. Okay, how do I do
Wait,
this?
we're going south? We're making our way.
No.
Sampuns, let us know what you.
And at what pace are we walking? Are there
Well,
other people in this park? And thereafter, are we attending Beyond's residence?
I would say we're bounding towards.
you're all fired. So, yeah, walking speed in this game is, I think, let's say, it's like a 2 or something like that. So let's see,
yeah.
Tules is
Sprint
doing.
is 1, it says.
Okay, tell you what, everybody make me like a coordination roll.
Okay, so question. So I do kickboxing and my legs are very strong. Can I add kickboxing to this? I want to run. That's
Feel
pushing.
like a bridge too far for me. Yeah.
It's a very different type of athleticism.
Very much so. I just thought I'd ask.
No, it was worth it. It was worth it.
There we go. God, 9.
Also
So-
9.
Sorry, 9. Ulez, you got a 7. Cadrex,
9.
9 also, and Vion.
I also got a 9. Can I say though, with this family, there's no way Amira was not a star athlete of some sort. And I think it would be like track and field cross country.
Okay. Yeah, Amira, yes, gifted athlete, Ivy League, it's like, college sports, celebrity, right, the whole politician resume right there. And she's like, South? Okay. And she just like sort of darts out, off of you and just goes like running across down this path. And you're all right behind her. You're all running also. And you can, she's ahead of you, but you can keep up enough to see her. And this path takes you through this big lawn and really just straight across the park from, where you are all the way south. And then it kind of curves around and there is an exit that it sort of comes out at the southeast corner, near the southeast corner of the park. And Amira goes darting out of the exit, and she sort of looks around, and she's looking around, and she's like, I don't see anything. And then you all catch up. And why doesn't everybody make an intellect roll?
Did everyone else just have like a sudden fear for Amira and traffic safety? Because like my heart stopped just now.
Oh, wow, I wish I thought of that.
How dare you? How dare you, Rick?
9.
Nine also.
Also 9.
What?
Me 4. I got 9. This is momentous.
Huh? Odds of that are. So yeah, now you all come out at the southeast corner of the park. Which directions were you all looking in?
The road.
Ooh. I instinctually usually turn to my right.
Where's the bike path?
So
I would
that's
look for a bike path.
you're looking south. You came out like the path leads sort of out of the park and into the sidewalk now. So it's like you want to the park behind you is west, so you can look east, which is straight ahead, south, which is to your right, or north, which is to your left.
South.
South. Benny?
I would just pick a different direction that the other people are not looking. Like, I think she would just wait to see where the people are looking and look another way so we can cover all our bases. So,
Okay, Ulez.
The direction of the road.
Direction of the road?
I've learned roads are very scary.
Okay. The people who are looking in the direction of the road, you see Tulez cross the street, way down the block, walking towards the next cross street.
Oh my gosh.
And with a 9, I'm going to say that you can see Ulez. You particularly can notice in the distance, there is, like I said, one of these bodegas that has like a big display of flowers outside of it. And it looks like Tulez is kind of walking straight towards them.
I will signal. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna signal aggressively to my teammates. I have they're over there towards the tiny shop.
yeah, we go. We gotta run. We gotta get
off.
Amira takes off, and you all take off behind her, I guess. And you're running down the block, and Tulez just keeps walking straight. As they get to the corner, they walk right into traffic. And crossing with them are an old couple and 2 little kids on bicycles. And when they see Tulez go, they all sort of proceed into traffic at the same time. And you are arriving at the corner just as traffic is starting to come. I'm going to slow things down here into slow motion. What does everybody want to do?
My first instinct would be to want to blast the first car that looks like it might hit Tulez.
Okay.
It's not a good instinct, but it's a first instinct.
Make your roll.
Okay.
You're just using your light blast,
Light
right?
blast, yeah. Oh wow, a 1. Wow, Benny, what the heck you doing over here? That's a 6 total.
6 total. All right, yeah. You shoot at the car, but it hits the road in front of it, and the car just kind of keeps going. We're in kind of slow motion here. So, what are you doing, Cadrax?
Running into the street to shield as many of them as possible, including with my body if necessary.
Okay, Cadrax. Let's call that a coordination roll.
10.
Okay. Kadrax, you go and you kind of push yourself in front of those kids. This is all happening at the same time, essentially. Like Ulez is firing the blast. You are running into traffic and getting in front of those kids on the bicycles. Benny, what are you doing?
How close are we to like everyone? Like, it's clearly
Like-
enough that we'd have to make a roll to get there. Like, it's
Figure you're on a street corner and this is like in the street right in front of you. It's like it's a matter of feet, but everything's moving very fast.
I mean, I'm not equipped for this type of street combat with vehicles, vehicular combat. I mean, I think she would want to get people out of the way, but if they're already halfway through the street and I'm assuming this is like a one-way, so both lanes have cars coming at them. Yeah, so I think she sees Kadrax go out there, and she's gonna run out, but she's gonna stand in front and try to be big and stop, like make the cars freaking. There's a lot of people on the road now. Maybe if there's more people on the road and I make myself big, they'll stop.
Benny, make a willpower roll.
Okay. I was looking at my specialties, and driving is literally the opposite of what I'm doing right now. Okay.
Your specialties both in combat and in vehicles, and yet vehicular combat.
Yeah, it's not my thing. Yeah. 3 + 6, 9.
9. Benny, you get into the middle of the road and take a point of determination because while you are trying to signal, the fire that's closest Kepsburg most of all, you kind of throw your hands up. And
No, y'all.
fire flare kind of just erupts.
I mean, she was trying to get their attention. So,
Vion, what are you doing? Because again, all this happening at the same time.
How close? So Tulez is walking. They're on the street.
Yeah,
And
they have
how-
a little bit of a lead on you. So
And then the couple, how close are they to Tulez?
let's say the couple was a little bit behind Tulez and the kids on the bikes were, kind of like a little bit behind them. So Kadrax got the kids on the bikes. The couple is a little ahead of them in the middle, kind of the middle-ish of the street, and Tulez is about 3/4 of the way across.
Oh my god, are we gonna do this? I yell to. Oh my god, I would like to yell to Amira. Grab the kids and touch the couple. That's what I yell. Grab the kids and touch the couple. And I
Make
want
a
to.
power roll.
Okay. Oh no. I gotta. Oh, where'd you go? Okay, I didn't see that.
That's
Oh,
suspense.
great. Okay. Willpower, that's 10.
She totally believes you. She doesn't know why, but she's seen so much weird stuff today that she just darts right into traffic on Faith, and she gets herself in front of those kids, and she kind of tries to grab them both. Now they're little kids on little bikes, so it kind of like stops the motion of the bikes, and she goes to kind of grab the couple. Coordination roll. Come on. She gets one of them who stops, and the other
Okay.
one keeps going.
Okay. Okay. I think this will still work. I would like to catch up to Tulez. And I would like to put one hand on Tulez's shoulder. And I want to grab the wandering other partner of this couple and just try to grab at their arm.
Okay, this is going to be a couple of rolls. First, give me a coordination to catch up to Tulez.
Okay. That's going to be coordination.
Yeah, you're going to get it. I rolled a 1, but go ahead.
Yeah, that came out to a 9.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you must also have a little track star in you. Maybe this is a Banerjee family trait here with a
100%.
yeah, and you just dart out there, and even the three of you are pretty surprised to see quite how fast Vion is. You've never seen him move like this before. And he gets out there and he just grabs, gets out and kind of grabs Tulez. Now make a coordination roll to see if you can get the other elderly person.
Yeah. Okay, that is going to be a 7.
Okay, you know what? That's close enough. You got Tulez with one hand. You got the other one with the other hand. What do you do?
I want. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed. Before I do the thing, I want to yell to the person who I'm holding their hand, "Hold hands!" and looking at their partner.
Okay, this is all happening pretty quickly. Give me another coordination roll. I got to set a really high threshold on this because you're doing a lot in a short amount of time.
Yeah. This came to a 7.
7. Oh, I'm sorry, not coordination, willpower.
Okay. In that case, that came to an 8.
Okay, you know what? They hear you. You said, I'm sorry. What was the instruction?
Just hold their hand.
Hold their hand. And the old man turns around and grabs his wife's hand. And as that happens,
we all ghost.
You all ghost. Okay. So here's what happens. A couple of cars zip right through the kids on bikes. The kids on a couple of cars come to a screeching halt in front of Benny when they see the flame go off. It causes like everyone else to hit their brakes and all the cars go skidding. Some of those skidding cars pass right through Vion, Amira, the kids on bikes, and the elderly couple. Kadrak, Ulez, where were you, Ulez?
On the corner. I'm positive Ules has had a bad experience with roads before, so like they know better.
Okay. You're just watching this unfold essentially. Kadrak,
dog's leash.
Oh, I got you. Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. We don't hurt dogs on the show. Kadrak, make a coordination.
Absolutely extremely curb trained. Like, I cannot overemphasize it. Like, get to curb, sit. There are important things.
Down.
Abigail trained me about this. I passed it along to dog. Okay, I was making coordination. 8.
Kadrak's
great point to have realized after I made that very impulsive decision, y'all. Remember how I got hit for like
I know. You got hit.
I didn't remember that till after, and neither did they. Please
How
finish
you
that
looking?
Kadrak's that 8 will be good enough so that a car comes and it basically like kind of hits you in the leg, but kind of bends your knee a little bit inwards, and the kids are fine. Your leg is, I'm going to say,
it's okay.
damaged. I'm not going to bother with the amount of damage right now because it's not going to matter at the second it didn't kill you or anything, and you're not knocked out. But yeah, you have a severe kind of, your knee now is like kind of like hurting. And those kids, like all this happens in like a second and it's just like car horns, fire in the air, screeching tires. And the kids are just like, whoa.
As soon as I am able, I would like to put myself out. If I need to make a roll for that, let me know.
You probably don't have to make a roll for that. I'm saying just like a flare that went up. You released a burst of fire. Yeah.
And as soon as she puts herself out, Benny runs just down the street. She just runs. She puts her hood up and books it.
Yep.
Down the street in any direction.
Absolutely take off and disappear into the crowd. And Tulez kind of pulls their shoulder out from Vion's hand and kind of re-solidifies and just keeps walking as if nothing happened right over to the flowers and goes over to the flowers and starts examining them.
Okay. I let go and then I break the chain as well, which everyone recorporealizes.
everyone recorporalizes, and the elderly couple are just they're thank you, son. You saved our lives. I don't know how the car missed us, but thank you.
Yeah, that was a group effort. Good job, everybody. Good job. Hey, do we have a doctor around here that could maybe, make sure everyone's all right?
I'm not a doctor.
Ow.
Oh, geez, Doc, are you all right?
We need to check everybody in the cars. They decelerated rapidly.
Okay.
Check them for signs of whiplash. Gather everyone. And someone, I'll just point to someone, call an ambulance. You need to designate people specifically for tasks or bystander effect starts. They're on the ground at this point, obviously, because standing is not. It's a dumb thing. It's
cell phone and starts dialing 911. Les, what are you doing now?
So Cadrex, are they in the middle of the street? Like I don't know quite the positioning. Yeah, okay, because the car.
They're all kind of in the crosswalk.
A bunch of cars stopped in front of us, honking like
a
block and a half back.
Okay, we've got like the crowd. People are gathering. Everybody gathers during a crisis. Ulas will then like walk in the crowd, like have Dog kind of help them push through people, so they can get to Cadrex on the ground, and they'll give Dog a chance to kind of give you some face kisses, and then they'll kind of bend over. Your knee is bent in a strange direction. Might I assist you with that?
I would be grateful on the scale that human languages cannot adequately communicate if you would do so.
Yes, please hold this leash. And I pass you Dog's leash. And,
you are healing
back? When you pass me the leash, I think Cadrex also, like, leash plus hand.
I definitely will hold back then, like hold you onto you. And then with my free hand, I'll place it over top of your knee. Rick, I have a tag on my healing blast and that it's tiring. What does that mean again? And why did I put it there?
Tiring means you lose. That is a limit that you took, which balances off the extra that you took.
And power causes you to lose 2 stamina.
You lose 2 stamina when you use that, which is not going to be an issue for you at this particular moment.
I mean, I'm getting low. It's fine. I only have so much health. But yeah, let me go ahead and roll. Because I never healed from the incident in the sewer grate area. Heckin' crocodile crunched on me.
Yeah, we probably should have dealt with that when you were sleeping overnight, when you went home and stuff. So I can credit you with having done that because I kind of skipped through the night to get to the morning. So it's like, since you slept a night and went home and stuff, we will assume that
slept.
Yeah.
Made Tulas help me. Weld me back together.
Yeah.
That's a 5.
A 5. Okay. Wait. Okay. It is enough to kind of take the pain away from what Cadrex is feeling now. That busted knee or whatever. And we will figure out the exact extent of that injury at another point. But right now, you are not. You are not in severe pain anymore. As Ules puts their hand on you, they seem to kind of absorb almost the pain right out of you.
Does it still hurt?
It does not. It is not fully structurally repaired, but knees are notoriously poorly engineered.
Yeah, kneecaps are very strange on humans. Let me help you up. You can rest on my shoulders. I might tip over, so maybe we can look for Benny.
While you are helping them up, Tules comes walking over with like a flower in a pot and kind of holds it out. Look, I found a very unusual flower. Isn't this interesting?
Let me look at that tag. A begonia. Huh. Yes. Will you hold on to that and hold on to my hand?
And Tulez takes your hand. Why don't you want to go look at the flowers?
I have already analyzed those flowers. I will share my data with you when we return. And then to like Cadrax, that was a lie.
Understood. I will support you.
I will look forward to receiving your data. Let us go. And Tulez kind of turns and sort of starts walking back towards the flower display.
Take my Tulez.
Tulez walks over towards the flower display and puts the flower pot back where they took it from and turns back to you and takes a step into the crosswalk. And as they do that, the air around them begins to crackle a little light. And right in front of you, boom, these two figures in these green robes appear and take Tulez by the shoulders and vanish just like that, right before your eyes. And on that, we'll see you next week.
Why do you do this to us?
Wow! Oh my God! What a session! I am in awe of all four of you. That was incredible. I love you all, and I am an incredibly lucky GM. And everyone in the chat, yeah, thank you so much for all the donations and stuff, and for coming to hang with us. Once again, we are super grateful. And yeah, I had no idea what was going to happen in this game. Oh my God, it's like I barely had the first half planned. It was like, wow. So it's like, yeah, we're almost at the end. Why don't we go around the table real fast and let the good people know where they can find you, starting with let's say Omar.
Sure, I'm Omar Najam. You can find me at Omar Najam on Twitter, and I think that's it. Yeah.
Follow Omar on Twitter. He's great with the funnies. And Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Brewer. You can find me on Twitter at KKAMABR. And you can catch me doing more tabletop RPG stuff on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. over on twitch.tv/Rule of Lore, where we play Infinite Horizon, which is our homebrew spacefaring sci-fi superhero game. And what else do I have? I think, we haven't done an episode in a very long time because quarantine, fried my brain. But if you like folklore and stuff, I have a podcast called Stone Houses that is on most platforms. It's an amateur guide to fiction, fable, and folklore, and we talk about pop culture and history around folklore stuff, and it's a good time. And I hope we'll do another episode soon, but it's been a while, so hey, there's a backlog though.
Yeah, I'm feeling that brain fry too, so I'm right there with you. Sam Delev.
Oh, there you have it. There's my name. Rick already took it from me. I will take everything else from him if he continues to take our Tulez from us. Nonetheless, if you want to find me getting vengeance on the rest of my GMs, as well as just doing stabby things or talking science, this is, I suppose, the gamut of activities you can catch Sam Delev doing inside the internet void, the full schedule thereof being on my personal Twitch about page, twitch.tv/Delevely, DELEVELY. Rick, watch yourself. Hi. Good night.
I will. Oh God. And B Zelda.
What's up? You can find me on Twitter as at B_Zelda. I'm a podcaster, I'm a streamer. This Monday, we should have a new episode of The Broadswords coming live to your feed. If you don't already subscribe, you should probably do that. You can catch us anywhere you listen to podcasts. Also, Power Play is a podcast, and you should listen to us. On Tuesday, I have my episode of Indie Showcase, where we're running an adventure for Kobold Press. And I've got some really cool guests. I have this one white guy that, a lot of people, they know him. His name is Travis McElroy. Sometimes people know him, sometimes they don't. So he'll be playing some D&D with us on Friday.
People know him, right? Yeah.
On Friday, I'm playing Bears in Space on the Nomadic channel, I think 8 o'clock Eastern. And then Sunday, right before this show, I am on Kobold Press, where I play a Minotaur named Phaedra, whose only goal in life is to get their Labyrinth featured on HGTV.
All right, that's everybody. I am Rick Budd. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at rbud913, or you can follow the show at PowerPlay RPG. I do this, so I'll be back here next Sunday with these lovely and talented folks to find out what happens to Tulez, perhaps. And that's it. And
real quick,
yeah.
Before the lights go down, I'll drop the episode, or I'll drop the chapter tomorrow morning in Discord. I'll make it like a Monday thing if that's all right with everyone. So there's like a reason to be like Monday, if that makes sense. It's ready. I'm not buying time. It's literally on a thumb drive, but I just figure I'll just do that.
So the Garfield in me can't hate Mondays anymore. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
lasagna.
I have not seen this thing. I am dying to read this. I cannot tell you. Oh my god.
I don't know what I'm.
Well, now
just
we
so
know some
everyone knows,
details.
I'm not a novelist. So this isn't like me doing what I do. I sat down and I was like, why did I say I could do this? So
Just
be
the
ready.
details you made up for the book that I was the non-existent book that I was quizzing you about. By the way, we did not rehearse that at all. He was just making all that up off the top of his head. Just that was amazing. So I cannot wait to see what you have done. And on that, the credits come to an end and the theater goes dark, and we are in Baronsdale. 2 electric company workers, in coveralls and hard hats. They're heading through a small switching station, and one of them, I can't believe we got to come all the way out here. I swear to God, if that's teenagers messing around in there again, I'm gonna kick their asses. And the other one goes, it's probably more homeless people looking to keep warm. And the other guy's like, yeah, I'll kick their asses too. And the guy's like, real nice, Marty. And as they get close to this small shed, there's this loud sound, something halfway between like a screeching and a gurgling, kind of a just echoes all around, and they stop. And one of them goes, "Did you hear that?" Yeah, I heard that. And then behind them, something moves, and they turn fast, but there's nothing there. It's just like a wall with their shadows on it. And one of them's like, "What the hell was that?" And the guy's, "Stray cat?" And then as they watch, their shadows are subsumed by the shadow of something much larger coming up behind them, something that has tentacles or spider legs or something coming out of every side of it. And they turn to run just as that thing sets upon them. And on the sounds of their screams, we'll see you next week. Thanks for playing with us.